Good afternoon, Anisa. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
And you're very welcome. Thank you for taking a few minutes to share with us and hear some of your perspectives. And we appreciate you attending this first time host meeting that has been conducted by NCCN. We are so excited to have a very diverse set of folks in Western audience here. We have oncologists, we have patients, we have just general medical practitioners. We have people from IT here and people from the high tech world, which is and also technology world. And last but not the least, we also have people like you. So it's really introduce you. I'd love for you to choose yourself and just, your name and how you knew about oneself and just your
Of course, yes. So my name is Anita Rehman, and I'm a partner at Celeste Capital. We are a deep tech venture capital firm that is headquartered out of Silicon Valley. And I work on the India team. I'm a partner here in India. We look for innovation, deep tech innovation in India.
wonderful. Thank you so much. And that's really a very different angle. And it's a fantastic because that is very important. Any company can only survive for do well, really with the money. That's important. So your company is the woman or the company with the money. So that's great. So one of the things that I think would be I'd be very curious about, what is your response? How do you decide to fund there are tons of companies making fun. Tons of companies which have a lot of technology, which is in edge. But how do you just share? And again, I'm not really asking you. Share.
Sure, yeah. And, I mean, it's more of an art than a science. We do have frameworks that we use. And so, first, because we are deep tech, there are specific areas of focus that we tend to look at. The first bucket is AI infrastructure and AI vertical applications. The second one is semiconductor and hardware systems. And the third one is where one cell fits in. And that's an area that we call bioconvergence. And that is essentially any company that works at the intersection of biological sciences and technology. And we find that to be an incredibly exciting field. And that's really blown up in the last few years, especially with the advent of, data collection and AI and the Illumina machines, etc. And so we see that as an area that we will deeply focus on and find many deals to do in.
Wow, that was awesome, man. So relevant, so thank you. That driven explanations, science, the other science, and technology. Now it's cool.
Right.
That's good. So, segues into my next question, which is how do you chance upon, or how did Celeste chance upon one cell and then AI? You just explain the basic criteria, but kind of study this company, because I'm sure there are other companies that have this marriage concludes of audio free has 60 types now. So I'd like to know that. We can, what is it about Monsa Blends? Really, the niche difference.
Of course, yeah. And so we came across Mohan. Mohan Uttarwar, the CEO of 1Cell, was known to partners at Celesta. So, I basically set up a coffee meeting with Mohan and we sat down and reviewed the 1Cell story. And while I didn't fully understand the science at the very beginning, I knew that there was something very interesting. It was an incredible story. And as any great CEO does, Mohan is a fantastic storyteller. And so that piqued my attention. And from there, we came to visit the lab in Pune. And, it was my first few months in India. And I was really a little skeptical of the science that I was finding here. But when I visited the lab and met Dr. Jayant Khandare and Aravindan and Dr. Gowhar, really this was at a different level of sophistication. We spent hours with them. It was scheduled to be a 45-minute meeting, but we sat down and spent hours with them understanding what they were doing, and we knew we had chanced upon something special. And so the first thing, obviously, as deep tech VC that we look for is an excellent team, but also really, really excellent technology that's deeply differentiated. And we found that in one cell. And so we knew that this was something that we had to continue to dig into.
That's awesome. So I can just imagine because I was just there at the institute, and it's just electric.
It's the science. It's simple. They have simply first the knowledge base and the diligence that we done there is fantastic. So once you have this story and you and your fans, other partners too, we're convinced about that. From there, where do you feel like, from a visionary perspective, where do you think, what do you think
Of course, yeah. So, once we were, sold by management, on the management and the science team, and then also on the technology per se, the other thing that was very intriguing to us and something that we've been tracking, it's the reason why it's the reason why Celesta has an office in India as well, is the way in which leverages the US-India corridor. So, having a really sophisticated CEO and team in the US that leverages a very capital efficient, technology rich, time efficient base in India is something that we saw as incredibly attractive. And so that was another area that we continue to dig into. And it was a big reason as to why we invested in the company.
So, that absolutely is phenomenal, and I think it will want you to come and talk to us about this. As about why one cell is going to really be that big company from the small company that you saw was a big company. Thank you so much for your calls. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.